Question for the room, Terry, and I lean on your experience here. Right before we went on air, the news broke that Lamar Jackson requested a trade. Right away, I say, hey, that's something. I mean, Adam Schefter's doing the tour around media and everything like that. I feel like that's newsworthy. Does anybody here care about that or not?
You know what my first thought was? Is the Lamar Jackson thing is still a thing. This has been going on for months and months and months. I'm sick and tired of him. Lamar, get signed. Sign your contract. You're not going to get, what you want. Just sign the stupid contract. You got your mother representing you. You represent you. You're not going to get what you consider fair market value. I am sick and tired of Lamar Jackson. How many Super Bowls has Lamar Jackson won?
0.
Zitis. What's his playoff record? Not very good.
1-3, I think.
So everybody thinks this guy is going to come on their team and make them Super Bowl contenders. After giving up 2 first-round picks or whatever you got to get him. I'm sick and tired of Aaron Rodgers and Lamar Jackson.
Got him! I mean, I know, and I know what you're saying, and it was always going to play out this way, right? Because perception is just perception, right? But leverage is leverage. And right away, people thought that the Ravens, they're slick. They're going to put this, non-exclusive franchise tag on him for $32-ish million or whatever the number is. And that'll show Lamar. And anybody that wants him's got to give up 2 first-round picks. Well, that was never really the case because, again, he hasn't signed that tag, and he doesn't have to. There's no repercussions for him not signing it. And everyone thought that the Ravens hold all the leverage. They don't. He's the quarterback, Terry. If he doesn't play, can they win? Because they have to hold that space on their cap to keep that offer, to keep that tag
say
available.
Have they won with him?
No, I'm asking you, though. Can they win without him?
No.
They can't, right? It's over.
And they can't win with him.
Well, I mean, if you can go back into what is he, like 42-20 as a starter or whatever that number is, you tend to win more with him than you do without him. Is that fair?
That is fair.
That's fair. If he does not play for them this year and they do not replace him, their season is over. Like how we talk about this with the Lions, with the backup quarterback and all this kind of stuff, and I say, well, if Goff goes down, you're sunk anyway. And everyone's like, well, no, they should go get Gardner Minshew, who was 0-2 as a backup last year. Or, no, they should go get Teddy Bridgewater, who didn't win a game as a backup last year. What was he, 0-4 or something like that? Like, come on, like these are facts, guys. I know it's cool to talk about on paper,
but aren't you screwed no matter who your starting quarterback is if they go down or don't play, you're 100%. Not going to win?
Yeah, 100%. My thing is, like, as you look at this leverage play out, it's something where for the Ravens, it looks like they have the leverage, but they don't because Lamar's the player. And now that space is on the books. As long as that tag is out there, as long as that franchise tag is out there, they have to keep that salary cap space on the books. But he doesn't have to sign it. You see what I'm saying, Terry? He does have some leverage here.
He does. Here's what I like. $32 million a year is insulting to me. How dare you, offer that to me? And you're a flawed quarterback. But, we have a lot of expectations around here for the Lions, right? Let's say Jared Goff goes down in week 2 and Nate Sudfeld is your quarterback. What's going to happen?
You'll lose the division.
Yeah, right.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap, and then we'll bitch about the Lions.
Just like when Tua went down for the Dolphins last year. It was a wrap.
It's
just like when 49ers quarterbacks got hurt. It was a wrap.
Right. So I understand that, yes, Lamar Jackson has leverage. I'm just sick and tired of Lamar Jackson. I mean, this dude has never won a Super Bowl, never been to the Super Bowl. But, if he's on my team or if he's on another team, all of a sudden that's going to be a Super Bowl contender.
What about this? Dave Swaniger, WoodwardSports.com chat thread says, Lamar's salary the last 4 years, $900K, $1.3 million, $1.7 million, then $23 million, $910K for a league MVP. Never made a peep until it was time for Baltimore to pay him. Is that fair?
That's fair. But you know what? You want to get paid. There is only one contract cycle where you're going to get paid muku dollars. I do not blame athletes for asking for it, trying to get that, because one, your rookie deal is big for us common folk, but in the grand scheme of things, your rookie deal is not that great. That second contract, if you're a superstar or very good, that's the one where you got to hold out. You got to get everything you can get, because beyond that, when you're 28, 29, 30 years old, teams are kind of, okay, if we cut him, we can save money. So that contract that Lamar is negotiating now, this is where you got to get paid.
No doubt. And he's going to dig in for it.
Okay, but I'm sick and tired of him.
Well, but he's not making it this way.
Pay him. Pay that
You know what I'm
man
saying?
his
Like, he's not
money.
making it. The leverage is playing itself out. This was always going to go this way, Terry. It was always going to go this way. Now he holds the cards, because if he doesn't play, what happens to the Ravens?
And he doesn't get paid.
Okay. But he'll get paid by somebody eventually.
Eventually, but I want my money now.
I understand
Give me my
that,
stuff
Terry.
today.
I understand that. But so are the Ravens going to submarine another? Are they going to submarine a year over this?
All right. Now, this is a little off topic, but I always hear, the player's going to give, like, if a Lions player is up, they're going to give the Lions a hometown discount. There's no such thing as a hometown discount, because Lamar Jackson has to get as much money as he can, because the rest of the players in the league are looking at him. They want salaries to rise. If he takes the quote-unquote hometown discount, he's going to have the whole league after him wanting to kick his ass. So each player has to negotiate as much as they can, because not only for them, but for the players coming up behind them. That's why Lamar Jackson, I think that's one of the major reasons Lamar Jackson is, holding out, wants as much money as possible. Because I'm sorry, $32 million for him is fair. $25 million a year for him is fair.
In a league where Kyler Murray makes 47?
Oh, hell
That's-
no.
In a league where Deshaun
But-
Watson's going to make 60
I know,
next
but
year?
that's you're not negotiating for yourself. You're negotiating against what other people are signed for and what other people want to sign for in the future. It's like Jared Goff. At some point, he will sign a $40 million a year contract. He will not be worth $40 million, but because of the
See, I would contend he will be. In a league where Kyler Murray makes 47, he's worth 40.
And you're making my point.
And Deshaun Watson makes 60,
Because
he's worth 40.
Deshaun Jackson and because of Kyler Murray have signed those massive contracts, then Goff would come in and say, hey, I want $40 million. That's what these players are signing against. They're trying to help their NFL brethren, and they got to keep boosting those salaries even though they don't deserve it.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
No, and that I understand that too. But again, in a world where Kyler Murray makes $47 million and Deshaun Watson will make 60
you sound
next
like a
year.
movie promo. In a world where
'Cause that's what
Kyler
it
Murray
is.
makes $40 million. But, in the grand scheme of things, compare Jared Goff with the rest of the roster on the Detroit Lions. Tell me he deserves $40 million a year.
Anthony Patterson says you guys are overlooking the big picture. Lamar Jackson's trying to make a point. He figures if Deshaun Watson got what he got after all the legal issues, missing multiple games, so should he.
Hey, dumbass, listen to what we're saying. That's exactly what we said. I hate when people say, oh, you guys missed the point. And then they bring up exactly what we said. Listen to our freaking show. I'm sorry, but damn.
Tell him, T-Foss.
Paul Thomas says other teams making stupid mistakes does not set the market. Geez. Yes, it
It
does.
actually does.
Yes, it
100%.
does.
That's exactly what it does.